Hello, Oxford family. This is Landon Randall, president of Oxford Retirement, sitting here with Myrna Hales. Thank you for being here. But wanted to come at you guys real quick. Myrna approached me about cybersecurity and had some great ideas, settings that can help save your assets. Ties right into everything that we're going to talk about today. In our industry, we see a lot of fraud. Most fraud that we see are on bank accounts. And that's what we're going to start with today. But it's quite sad, guys. We've actually had clients call us, lie to us about what they need the money for out of their accounts. We don't have a warm fuzzy. The only thing that we can do to help stop is get our firm and compliance involved. They do calls with some of you guys to see if it's a scam or what's going on. But we can't stop you guys from taking your money out of your accounts. And so we've had this experience where compliance gets involved and talks to them, and you make it all the way through, and then lo and behold, a couple weeks after you make a large distribution, you call us and come clean and tell us, hey, you know what, I was hacked this, I was scammed this, thought it was real, and what have you. Those things I can't stop. But the little things that we all could be doing to help stop criminals from accessing our accounts, your home titles, and those kinds of things is what we want to talk today. And I think Myrna hit the nail on the head with just some minor things that you don't have to hire outside firms to monitor and do different things that you guys can implement on your own bank accounts, on your own home deeds and titles. And so I want to turn it over to her to kind of explain her experience. She's a retired nurse, and just like a lot of you, after you retire, you don't fully retire. So she went back to work as a mountain biking guide, right?
Sure.
What a wonderful time in summer mountain biking here in Phoenix.
It's like ski trips. You don't do it in the summer. You only do it in the fall, spring, and winter.
But she found what she loves to do is obviously her and her husband ride bikes, mountain biking, and doing that. And what a great idea to start your own company doing mountain biking guides here in the valley. We got mountains everywhere. So I hope that's profitable and working well for you, and you're enjoying every moment of it.
I am. It's
and
fun.
I do appreciate you bringing this to the table, because I love shooting videos, anything that we see from clients, to get it out to you guys, to help you guys throughout your day-to-day lives. So go ahead and start with your experience of let's start with the bank accounts, what you've done to help protect yourself.
Yeah, and just how this came about. In the year up to my retirement, I was keeping a little list of things I wanted to do. Things would pop into my head. I'd write it down, and that was my aspirations. And one of them was to just become more cyber savvy, more tech savvy, not rely on my husband, the IT department, as I irreverently refer to him, and just to expand my horizons and get up to speed and keep up to speed. So one of those things was, the biggest thing I did was listen to Kim Commando. She happens to be based here in Phoenix. She's a national broadcast entity, and her whole life is dedicated to educating the masses of us, just regular folks, on cyber stuff and digital devices, and she irreverently refers to herself as the digital goddess. I love that. So she was telling a story about, and she has people that call in, and someone called in and said a $2 story. Their bank account got hit for a $2, or I don't know if it was credit, might have been credit card, got hit for a $2 transaction, totally under the radar. Then they come back, the thieves come back, and they clean out your account after they see that the $2 hit was successful. And I was like, I had like this duh moment. I had already set up on my credit cards and bank accounts some alerts, but I had them set for a stupid amount, like $150. I'm like, why would I donate $149 to any criminal? So I stopped whatever I was doing that day, sat down on the chair, and it took me about 25 minutes to go into 4 credit cards and my debit card Chase bank account and set alerts. Not more than 2 weeks after that. Yeah. I mean, I hear this stuff on her show, but not more than 2 weeks after that, I had a text from Chase, said, oh, you got a $3 transaction here. And I'm like, I haven't left the house today. I haven't done anything today. I haven't been online. So I pull up and I see the company name, Clipper, I think it was Clipper. And I'm like, what's Clipper? So I Googled it, San Francisco Bay Area Transit Company.
Okay. And I hadn't been to San Francisco.
I'm not sitting in San Francisco. It would have been nice. But So I immediately called Chase and I said, okay, something's going on here. This is real life fraud stuff, $3. So they immediately credited the $3 to my account. Not that I was worried about that. I was worried about anything coming afterwards.
Sure.
So they credited that and they said, we'll open an investigation. And a week or so later, they sent me a notice email that said, we've closed this out.
Okay.
They never said what it was or how it came
Yeah,
about.
they never do.
I don't care.
Yeah.
All I know is it didn't happen.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So basically, you went in, you set alerts on all of your accounts, and you can set an alert at a minimum dollar amount. So, if it's over $3 in that scenario or over $2, right?
Yeah.
It'll notify you of the alert. So you could set a minimum of $100 to get it. But what cyber criminals are doing, they're coming for $1.50, $2 to make sure the account's live and good. Once they get that transaction and you don't notice it, then they're coming back for thousands or hundreds of dollars on top of that, right?
Yeah.
So not stopping them, but how can we be notified on our accounts of what's going on? That's a simple thing. I didn't have it set up on my accounts until you brought it to my attention.
Really?
It's great. Log into your bank, set account alerts, set a minimum so that you're getting, tagged or emailed or.
First step is you got to download the app to your phone, and that's I only got an iPhone like a year and a half ago, and I'm Lord help me, I'm still learning it, and that was one of my goals, to be more proficient with the iPhone. Download the app for each credit card and the bank, because it's so much easier to do it on your phone than sit down at the computer, log in, what's my password? Because with the phone, you can set up Face ID, so you don't have to think. This is all about don't have to think, don't have to chase anything. All the warnings and information come to you. So there's a picture in the email of a text notice from Chase Bank. This happened, I was still in the store, I think. The guy was still checking off my list, the receipt list. And I got this text that says, hey, you just spent $42.36 at Costco. And I'm like, yep, I did. But if what I like about these is it's real-time alerts. For example, before I did all this, like once a month or every so often I'd go in and I'd look at my bank account and my credit card and see if there were any charges in there that didn't make sense. Geez Louise. That's time consuming. I went to a Hallmark store to send out our tax return via the mail. I had a $6.92 in there from Hallmark, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I was told, and it took me like 10 minutes to remember what it was and that it was okay and blah, blah, blah. So I'm done with all that. Now just automatically you get alerts, and you're there. It only takes 2 seconds. You're like, yep, I just did that. Bing, I know it.
Right.
And versus, no, I'm not in San Francisco.
Right.
Call Chase.
Right. Or waiting for a paper statement that may or may not come in today's mail
Yeah.
to then verify. Right.
I also want to say, on these apps, you do have to kind of noodle around, because every app's a little different. So you have to figure out, is it alerts? Is it, what do they call it? Transactions, alerts, settings. You have to kind of noodle around. And set it for the very minimum that you can. Some of them only $1 is the minimum. Okay, go for it. But where I can, I set it up for like 1 cent.
So you're notified of everything.
Yeah. And that's okay, because, yeah.
Rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah, and it takes 2 seconds. Delete, got it.
Credit protection, placing a credit freeze on all 4 credit bureaus, right? That's in the email down below, all the different bureaus and how you can set that up. I personally have experience with that when I do lock my credit, but I had to pull it off recently for a large purchase of a new building. And so with that being said, once I pulled it off, my gosh, the emails, the texts for all sorts of different services starts pouring in. And so I highly recommend, if you have not locked your guys' credit, go ahead and lock it. If you do anything financially, refi, buying something large, financing a car, anything like that, your credit's not going to go through because you have the freeze. You have to call them or go online, pull it back off, so that you can get that transaction and remember to put that back in.
And that only takes a minute. I just recently went through that exercise. We bought a water softener, and they're like, oh, we'll do 6 months same as cash. I'm like, okay. So I went through the rigmarole of signing up this, stupid temporary credit account. And so while the service tech was there, I was able to go online and unlock it, and it works. It works, and it works timely.
Helps protect. It does help a lot of the spam too, the spam emails that you get that you don't know what is live or not, guys. So putting that freeze on there will stop a lot of these scammers and spam stuff that you get in the mail, because they don't have access to the public record for your stuff. Okay. The next one is a big one. I would say 25% of the people I meet with ask me about home title lock. Is this a real thing? Are people going online and changing my deed and ownership of my home so that they can take loans? Absolutely, it's a real thing. There's LifeLock, there's Identity Guard, there's all sorts of monitoring services that can monitor it besides a home title lock. But they're all a paid service. I, on my own, have Identity Guard, so it monitors my accounts and it monitors your public record. Well, so you guys know, in Arizona, your houses and your property are done on deeds and it's public record. You can go on Maricopa County Recorder or Maricopa County Assessor and go direct and find your deed. You can find anyone's deed. You can search by location, you can search by name, you can search by address to find your property. It's public record. Other states, you may have to put in a credit card or pay to get it. Arizona, it's super simple to get anything. If you've met with me and I pull up, you're doing a trust or will and we need your deeds, you guys see me do it in a couple of seconds. So yes, how that works is they go online, they pull up your deed, they create a new one, and then they're falsely putting their information, getting a notary stamp, getting it notarized that you transferred the deed to them. Then they pay the recording fee at the state, which is just a person at the state recorder. You pay $30 and it gets recorded, and now it's public record for everyone to see. They're not verifying anything at the state level. They're just processing that and recording it, okay? So now Maricopa, through their own website, you can put a lock on your title for that. So in the email down below, walks you through exactly to do that, and you have experience, you've done that as well, right?
Absolutely. And again, this was a change up. Once a month, I had a reminder set for myself with the website URL to go in at the recorder's office and make sure nobody had messed with our title.
Yeah.
Again, so now, again, it's going to happen in real time if someone tries to mess with our deed or title.
And I have not done that one. So what do you know what they do? If somebody goes in, do they email you or call you?
Well,
Or
it hasn't happened. So
yeah, so you don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure that there's heightened security on it somehow. I haven't gone through it all. The link is there. You don't have to pay for it. But it's just an extra layer, guys, to help protect your titles on your real estate. If you're worried about that, highly recommend going and do that. Or if you have a paid service, there's normally a menu of items when you have a paid service, Identity Guard, LifeLock, or those, of what you want them to monitor. Your public record is one of those. So every time I change my deed or a beneficiary deed, anything changes on my property, I get an email and text notification from Identity Guard that says, hey, your public record has changed. You can log in and see what it is through their website. So I imagine the state does the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
When you sign up, you give them your email, contact information,
And
then they notify
activate it.
you if anything gets recorded on your
Right,
name so that you
right.
can see it and catch it and call them and say, hey, that's not me.
Right. Credit unions, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and Innovis. You do have to set up an account, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but it only takes a few minutes, and you have yet another password.
Right.
But once you've done that, you're good to go, and it's all free, and it's all automatic. So.
Perfect. I like it. All right. So we covered the bank accounts, credit freeze, property, title locks. Next one is text received from unknown numbers.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is Kim Commando says, just don't respond, just delete. I'm not even sure that you want to do the spam, counter to spam, any of
Right.
that, because that tells them, oh, this is a real phone number with a real person.
Right.
So we just,
Right. You have a couple options. I have an iPhone, so when I go through it, it says stop and spam on some of them, and then
Yeah.
it texts stop, so it gets you removed from that mailing list, basically, right? And then it deletes it, right? Or you just hit, hey, spam and delete. In Apple system somewhere, it marks that email or that text number
Yeah.
as spam, and then
Yeah.
just deletes it from your
Yeah.
record. I do that
Yeah.
multiple times a day.
Yeah.
But guys, definitely, if you're getting text from an unknown number, just ignore it and delete it. Don't respond. Lots of people are getting caught up on emails. I know there's newer technology for a lot of older clients. It gets hard to know what's real and what's not. A lot of it, guys, is, hey, you won. You won something, and we need to get your information to be able to send you something. We've seen that. We've seen your bank accounts are getting shut down. They've been hacked. You need to go buy a bunch of gift cards with everything in your bank account, then get those gift cards and call us back, and then we're going to transfer the money into your new account under us. I've seen clients get hit with that. Basically everything under the sun, and they're getting really good. I'm trying to think of another one that a client had.
The big thing is that they're doing AI voices now.
Yeah.
They'll have your grandson call you in a panic and tears and everything, and here you need to send bond money or whatever money, pay
Right.
this fine, and yeah.
Right. It's getting hard.
Yeah.
It's getting hard.
Yeah, and in fact, I just signed up. She has a new email I don't know if it's daily, I think it's weekly, specific to AI. So I'm like, okay, I need to get myself up to speed with all this AI stuff. And so I signed up for that email as well. So that's every Thursday, I think. So
There's one, we just did an email not too long ago about trusted contact on your brokerage accounts at Fidelity. This is a good thing to talk about as well. Guys, if we suspect something, we're not allowed to call a beneficiary or family member and discuss your financial situation unless you've identified them as a trusted contact. Fidelity has a form where you can put a trusted contact on your account so that if we feel something suspicious, we feel it's not right, besides reaching out to Fidelity and our compliance firm to get involved, if we had a trusted contact on file, then we're allowed to reach out to them. It may be a spouse, it may be a relative, it may be a child, that we can call and explain the situation to check in on you and say, hey, is this right? Is it wrong? Is it something real? Most of you don't have that set up. That's new in the last few years to be able to do that. It is part of our review process to ask you guys if you want that. We'll add that to this email as well. That form, if you want to fill them out, send it in to us. We can attach it to your records so that we have a third party we could call if we suspect something coming from you guys on your account. And then last one is the ongoing education. You mentioned Kim Commando multiple times. So we put her information. Guys, I think this is great. A lot of you may not be too worried on your own stuff. You may be tech savvy, but you're now stepping into a role to help your parents, where it's not as tech savvy. And again, the key to success, you've seen it with us and everything that we do here at Oxford, is education, right? Being informed and being educated. There's so little out there to get educated on different topics. I went through Kim Commando's website. I think it's phenomenal. I think you guys should definitely check it out. Maybe help educate your parents, walk them through, take them to dinner, have a conversation about it. See what they have setting up. You know, parents may be reluctant because they feel like you're stepping on their toes. They don't want their kids telling them what to do. So I think it's a great third party to say, hey, you should look into this. You should get educated on this. We're seeing a lot more of, you know, cyber criminals hacking accounts and different things. They can go on there and look at everything that she's posting, everything that she's talking about. It's all free to go learn. So click down below, get educated on all the different things. By golly, guys, if you feel something's not right, you might be getting taken advantage of. You may think, well, I don't know if it's real or not. If you see something and you just don't have a warm and fuzzy, before you fall for it, maybe go to the website, reach out to us. Hey, have you seen this before, Landon? Go to her website, see the different scams that are going on, the Attorney General's website, the different scams that are going on. Guys, it's real simple. When I get something and I hear, that just doesn't sound right, immediately I'm going to type in that scenario on Google, right? And Google, most of the scams out there on Google, if you just type in what the scam is about, it was a award for this or that, you just put it on Google, immediately on Google, it'll pull up the first scam alert. You know what I mean? So anything that you guys are getting, you don't know if it's real or not, go put it on Google and it'll likely pull it up. Hey, this is tied to a scam. So all good information. I'll let you close. You have anything to add to this?
I don't think so.
Okay. I really appreciate you and all of our clients. Guys, if you have different ideas, opinions on different things, we always welcome that. Always happy to shoot an interview with you guys on anything that we can help others about. Sharing our experiences. I know I wouldn't be where I'm at today without you guys, all my clients, sharing their experience. I have learned just as much as you guys learn from your financial advisor and everything we do on our planning side for you guys. Me and my team learn just as much from all of you and your life experiences. On-the-job training is what I call it, right? People are like, well, what schooling did you go to be where you're at, Lynn? There is a school of hard knocks. There is no schooling that teach you everything that I know in our industry. It's you guys, your tough questions and doing research. So I really appreciate you taking time out of your day and your retirement to come out here and help others. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, have a good one. God bless you guys. Thank you for watching.